Are you ready?
Yeah.
Y'all good in the hood, dude?
Settle down.
Beavis. What up, biatch? Welcome to Captain Cook, the podcast where these two sexy motherfuckers right here talk about every episode of Breaking Bad leading up to El Camino, so they know all the information. So yeah, buckle up, enjoy the ride. They're talking about the finale of Season 2 of Breaking Bad. Yeah, welcome to Captain Cook, everybody.
That was weird.
You don't like that?
Yes.
It was a little loud at the beginning.
A little.
That really threw me off. So yeah, we're talking about Breaking Bad, Season 2, Episode 11, Mandala. Which one is it?
I don't remember.
Because I know there's a Mandela effect, but I don't know if it's the same. I could have looked it up, and I
was
did not.
Mandela, wasn't it?
It is. It's Mandala.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or whatever. Doesn't matter. A little
No,
kid.
but you can keep talking about it if you want.
Mandala. A little kid's riding his bike around Combo, and a car keeps watching him, and it doesn't end well for Combo. That's one of the saddest kills of the show.
I told you at the beginning.
And it leads to worse shit, too.
I think that was the worst.
I mean, we don't see the worst, but it leads to worse things happening.
It was so unexpected, too, the first time you watch it.
Yeah.
It's like a little kid, and the kid's like, and then shoots him again, and then Combo's like, what the fuck?
I like how the kid's riding around him and is like, hey, what's that in your ears? And he's like, bounce, little man.
Yeah.
Telling him to get out of there, and then, like, the kid shoots him. You just hear a behind him. He calls Skinny Pete. Skinny Pete doesn't show up quick enough. And then, Combo's dead. Our first death of the gang.
When you think about it, it's kind of surprising that it took this long.
A little bit, yeah, especially for the way they act.
Yeah, but...
Like, you think Walter or Jesse should have died episode 1, probably.
Jesse probably should have died when he thought of that building in that first episode with the titties hanging out.
Oh. I didn't know what you were bringing up there. While doctors wants to do surgery on him, it's going to cost $170,000 to $200,000. Now, I want to mention, in case you didn't read the title of this video, we are discussing the last 3 episodes.
Oh.
Just so people know. But yeah, so it's going to happen, and him and Skylar Moore is like, oh, fuck, more money. He's like, fuck, I got to come up with another excuse to do this.
Yeah.
Pay for it. His doctor schedules his appointment for 4.5 weeks so he can see the birth of Holly. You think that's going to work out well for him?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. That gets brought up so much in these episodes. Oh, you moved that for this. No, actually, we should make a C-section. That happened earlier. And then none of that ever happens in this. Walt calls Jesse, and Jesse tells... Sorry, I'm retarded. Walt calls Jesse, and Jesse tells him that Kamo's dead. And Walter goes, which one's that?
Well.
And he goes, are you seriously asking me? That's such a dick move. Even if you don't know at that point.
Yeah.
Just pretend and be like, oh, man, that really sucks, or blah, blah, or I will come over, we'll talk about it.
Maybe he's just hoping it wasn't Badger.
Not who's that? Because even if you
Which
said,
one was he?
if you said not the skinny one or like not Badger, would he have known?
No.
Yeah.
It was funny, though.
That was not funny. That was,
was
so
kinda-
fucked up.
It was kind of funny.
Skinny Pete asks Jesse why they have to expand. He's upset about it. He blames Jesse, and Jesse can't be like, it was Walt, because like, then he has to explain why he answers to Walt.
Yeah. More
So-
money, yo.
Yeah. But then I thought,
Skinny Pete was kind of a little bitch about it. Let's be honest.
I don't know if you could answer this for me here. Sometimes I write stuff in my notes, and I feel like it's me in the past being like, he'll figure this out on the podcast, and I can't. So we're at the point where Skinny Pete tells Jesse that expanding and all that, and then I put another reason Jane's death is Walt's fault.
Well, being that it wasn't his fault, I don't know.
But it is Walt's fault. But why did I write that down? Like, what happened in that scene where I would have been like, that's another reason that Walt killed Jane? Because of them expanding?
Doesn't make any sense.
What would that have... I don't know. I wrote that down. So it meant something to me at the time.
Even Jesse admitted it was his fault.
And then Walt told him it was. And Walt's like, you didn't do it. I did it. You didn't do it. I did it, Jesse.
No.
You didn't see that scene?
No, missed it.
But apparently that's another reason. So that's another reason you're wrong. He mentions to Jesse, I like this, that everyone knows that he didn't kill Spooge.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm out, yo.
If he brought up that he's on probation like one more time, it's like, dude, you're still selling meth. Like,
Yeah. He's just afraid to get killed. That's just his excuse.
yeah.
But
He literally said,
I don't think we see Skinny except for the flashback when they go by the RV next season. I don't think we see Skinny for a bit.
I like how they said Badger was in Fresno.
Yeah.
And he came back for the funeral.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't even see him. Yeah, I don't think we see either one of them for a little bit here.
The boy doing NCIS.
No, it was after this.
Oh.
The boys meet with Saul, and they mention they have 38 pounds of meth. So Saul tells them that they suck at dealing meth, and he's going to introduce them to a new guy that won't cause them any more problems. It'll fix everything. He'll buy all bits of meth they have. They won't have to go underground and cook more. And
well, to be fair, if they just do what they're supposed to half the time,
yeah,
they wouldn't have had more problems.
If Walter White would do what he was supposed to, we would be fine. Well, they would be fine. We would get a less entertaining show.
Yeah. What's your
Walt
point?
fucks it up all. He gets greedy, and he wants to be in charge. He wants to be the meth kingpin. He can't be working for a meth kingpin. So he has to fuck things up.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
It's called Breaking Bad, not taking it easy.
Not breaking, let me just do my job.
It's not, yeah, I'll be a cook.
That's what it should, and then everyone would have been fine. Although I don't know if I would have been as into the characters, to be honest.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah, so Saul tells him that he knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows Gus.
Which, thinking of Saul, he really just knows a guy who knows a guy. He added an extra nose.
You don't know.
No, I do know.
Maybe there's another guy. Maybe in season 5 of Better Call Saul, there's a guy in between him and Mike.
There's not.
I said season 5. Have you seen season 5 of Better Call Saul?
But I've already seen this last season, and there was no guy between them, and Mike sent him to your fucking chicken place, and he was right there. And then Mike worked for him the whole season.
But Saul said he doesn't know Gus's name. So
how's that a good argument?
I don't know.
Okay, move along.
Jane tells Jesse that she knows he's a drug dealer. He mentions that Combo got killed, and he wants to smoke meth, so she needs to leave, and she just gets right up out of there. And she goes, okay, I'm in rehab. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going, you do your meth, sure, and she skips town.
I want to lay this out on the table here.
Or, if you actually watched the episode, she went back there and probably smoked meth with them.
I want to lay this out on the table here.
No, I don't know what. I know you're about to say that this is Jesse's fault and Jane's fault because they did drugs here and he got her back on the wagon, and it's not Walt's fault. Walt killed Jane. I showed you that clip. Walt admits it. He got Jane killed.
No, he didn't say I killed her. He said I watched her.
I watched her die. I could have saved her and I didn't. Therefore, it means he killed her.
I watched her overdose and choke to death. I could have saved her, but I didn't.
Okay. If you're on the side of the road and someone shoots you in the head and I watch it, it doesn't mean
no, that's different. If I'm on the side of the road and there's something you can do to save my life and it won't affect yours,
what if I got a little
then it's your fault. I'm dead.
Touching someone who's throwing up. That's gross.
It's also I don't know if that's why I wrote it down there. But when she's puking, by the way. She's only vomiting on herself because he broke into the house and is shaking Jesse to wake him up to talk to him because he's supposed to have a nice chit-chat, and he rolls Jane over on her back. So that's another reason why it's his fault. She would have been fine snuggled up with Jesse on her side. Like, she puts him here when they do heroin. She fell on her back because of Walt.
Is that true?
Yes. He's shaking Jesse, and she rolls back.
I missed that part.
It's just like when they talked about the baby thing. They put the baby thing in there so we know, they're rolling, yeah.
I hate to break this to you, but that's not what I was going to say.
What were you going to say? You have nice eyes?
Jane's a fucking loser.
Jane is?
Yeah.
She becomes Jessica Jones.
Okay, stick with this fucking show.
Bitch!
Yeah, bitch.
But I don't think she's a loser. When she becomes on drugs, I agree. She's a little bit of a loser because that's all she does. Like Jesse is.
It was just like
Jesse's like one of those alcoholics that can go to work all the time and do. He's like Jeff. When Jeff used to drink all the time at Achievement Hunter, he'd do videos
people know who Jeff is?
all the time, and it'd be fine. You wouldn't even think of him as an alcoholic.
Right.
Like Jesse, he does meth, but still gets the job done. She, on the other hand, can't do any of that.
She can't do that, and yet, I don't know. It's I just don't. I don't feel for them as a couple. They weren't good for each other.
They were good for each other until Combo died.
They literally
and
did nothing but have sex and do drugs.
No, they did nothing but have sex, and then after they got addicted to drugs, and they only did drugs.
Yeah, then they probably stopped having sex.
Yeah. He rubbed one out in rehab.
No.
I don't agree with you. I think it's Walt's fault.
It
she-
wasn't about Walt's fault. What I meant is that like, she's basically a female Jessie,
Yeah,
but worse.
Jesse Jane.
Yeah, I get it.
She offers him to even go to a meeting.
She didn't mean it.
She's trying to talk. If he would have said yeah, she'd be like, okay. She's trying everything to get out of there, but she kind of knows, I feel like, in the back of her mind that Jesse's not going to.
Yeah.
And then she touches that door, handed to leave, but she ends up going back to the room with him.
She probably should have left.
But so it's the next morning now, I believe, or later that day, some different time period than then.
Okay.
And Walt and Jesse are at Los Pollos. And they're waiting there, and Jesse's not having it, and he leaves. No one shows up. They have no... Actually, Gus does show up to the table and ask them a question, but they have no idea that that's kind of him being like, hey, how you doing? But to them, no one shows up for the meet, and they both go on their way.
Gus notices that Jesse's high as fuck,
Yeah.
so he's like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit.
Walt and Skylar decide to get a C-section, and she says she has to go get Ted a birthday cake for his birthday.
Yeah, she
And
does.
Walt's kind of like, why do you have to do that? He's kind of weird about it, because I think he's always weird about Ted.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, but... and then,
He doesn't know why. but-
yeah. Jesse gets home, and Jane's asleep in his bed. The whole place is trash. She gets her to leave the house, but she takes one more hit of meth before they're on their way out. And that's where it's... for them
And the
in the sky.
plane. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate this scene so much. Ted walks in for his birthday. Skylar sings Happy Birthday to you. I want to fuck you later. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Ted Beneke.
I don't know what was more awkward, the fact of her singing like Marilyn Monroe or him asking for it
Yeah.
in front of everyone.
Which, what I thought about, too, is... So, like, they had a thing before.
Sexual harassment.
But, like, so did she used to do that in front of his father before, and the dad would work there? Because they said the dad doesn't work there anymore just recently. Or do you think his dad just didn't go to the birthday parties?
Dad probably wasn't there.
Hmm.
I don't know. Why did you think of the dad? You creepy
Well, because
fuck?
imagine if, like, a viewer in front of me was like, hey, Skylar, sing Happy Birthday to me like Marilyn Monroe, like Marilyn Manson. And she's like, Happy birthday to you. Yeah, look at my penis.
I would expect that from you, actually.
That's if Marilyn Manson, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
You're
I
like,
mean, if she would have sang it like Marilyn Manson, that would have been awesome.
I wanted her to sing like Joe DiMaggio.
I'll pretend like I know who that is, and I'm just gonna nod, like, yeah.
He's married to Marilyn
Mm.
Monroe. He's a
Ah.
decent baseball player. You've never heard of him. That's
Bitch!
For fuck's
Walt
sake.
Better call Saul!
calls Saul and discusses whether or not Gus was actually there, and Gus is like, well, he saw you, and he said the deal's done, and Walt goes, I demand for another meeting, give me another meet. And Walt's like, I'm sorry, that's not how he rolls.
He's like, Nacho asked for another meeting and now he's dead.
Potentially. Could be. Walt goes
I
back.
made that up.
Could be, you never know.
Okay.
Trying to think of another thing Hess says, but that's all. Walt goes back to Los Pollos, and he waits inside until they close. Goes up to Gus and goes, can I get a Diet Coke in 5 minutes of your time, you punk-ass bitch? And drops his microphone.
Wow. It was kind of neat that he figured out it was Gus.
I did like that. And Gus kind of talked to him, and then you do realize that Gus is kind of a black Walt there.
A black Walt.
He's Walt.
Gus is a lot more street smart.
Gus is a lot smarter in many ways than Walt. Walt's just so fucking lucky with things, too.
Walt's smart, but he hasn't done all this criminal shit, so he's a
Yeah.
little clueless when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, but I do like how he kind of talks Gus into giving him another chance, and he's like, why do you work with the drug addict? Can I ask why? And he's like, he basically because he does what I say, and he's my partner.
Yeah, I like later when he comes back there. After he gets the text message,
Mm-hmm.
what's the guy's name that?
I couldn't remember the guy that he slits his throat.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
I think, oh yeah, that guy. That's his right hand man from Saw. Oh, he just kills him like with nothing.
Yeah,
It proves that Gus is kind of,
Walter-ish.
yeah,
Yeah, you get that in that scene too.
yeah.
Like when he slits his throat. But yeah, so he talks him into that, and Gus tells him that they're. This is before Gus tells him that they're nothing alike, and Walter is not a cautious man and has poor judgment. I like that, and then he kind of persuades him into thinking otherwise a little bit.
But he's right.
Yeah, he tells him, which this is a lie from Walt, unintentional, but it's a lie. He says that Gus won't ever see Jesse again or interact with him. He's literally going to hire him to replace his guy to go hang out with Mike.
It's pretty ironic that it's Jesse that is the reason Gus doesn't want to.
Yeah, because it really should be the other way around.
Yeah, and because he comes to like Jesse and find out that he's loyal.
I believe he cooks for Jesse.
No, I think Jesse cooks for him.
Oh. Well, but I mean, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
It's potato, tomato. Skylar finds out that Ted is nearly $1 million of undocumented revenue and quits her job.
Does she?
Yeah, I think she comes back later on, though, like way down the line. I know she comes back later here. But way down the line, too, they blame it on her as, like, some, like, big-boobed, like, assistant chick. Like, oh, I was just hitting buttons or stuff. And, like, as their excuse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently she's gone. She doesn't work for Ted anymore.
Which doesn't last very long, but
yeah,
it does show that she likes to keep things straight-laced.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool, because that's the way Walt is.
Until, like, next season.
Till she gets the car washed for free.
Yeah. Jane comes home, and she's got heroin. She's like, I'm grocery shopping. I got grapes and heroin. And she teaches Jesse how to do it. That was kind of cute.
Yeah, it wasn't cute.
You think that was cute? She's like, tie it around your arm there and do that, okay? And I'd be like, gotta put a little bit behind your back so that way.
When Jesse does that and he's just like...
When he's flying up, that was a pretty cool scene.
He flew up the second time.
No, it was the first time. When they did it. It's in this scene when she's she's training him how to do heroin.
Oh, I thought it was the second time.
I think the second time he just falls over and passes out.
See, I thought it was the opposite.
No, I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I'd bet a nickel on it.
You don't have a nickel.
Well, I got a whole can of nickels in the bathroom.
The fuck do you have a can of nickels for?
I don't know. You never know when you need a can of nickels. Walt's at school, and he yells at the kids, turn their phones off! And then he realizes, it's my phone in the ceiling. My bad. My bad, dudes.
Must be the pipes.
Yeah. But he gets a text, meet at Pollos. I'm always tempted to say Polos because I'm a dumb white guy.
This is true.
And I'm even wearing it on my apron. I've been wearing it for fucking 8 episodes now, and no one's noticed.
I know.
He goes to Los Pollos, and he doesn't see Gus there. He asks a lady, and she says, he owns it. He could be at any number of these restaurants. And then that right-hand man bumps into him and says, meet at this location for the 38 pounds of meth. It says, like, $1 million. And if you don't meet there, never show your face here again. So then it goes back to Skylar. Skylar's at work. She's starting to have contractions. This is where the episode gets very chaotic. Walt shows up at Jesse's house. Can't get in the door. He's banging on it. Goes around back. Breaks in. Skylar calls him. He ignores it. Then Walt breaks into Jesse's house, wakes him up, asks Jesse where the drugs are, goes under the sink, gets it all, and then as he's bagging the meth, he gets a text that the baby's coming. And that is the end of episode 11. And literally episode 12, Phoenix, just kicks off right there. He pulls up to an abandoned motel room, throws out the spare tire. We don't get to see the transaction, which I was a little upset about.
I thought we did, too.
I thought we did also. I thought it happened there for a minute. Like, I thought he met that same dude there, but I made that all up, apparently.
Me too.
But
I think I was thinking of some Saul stuff.
Because sometimes I write ahead in my notes of what's going to happen. I'll know the scene. But he hides his meth. Delete. He hides his money in the back of the car because I thought he was going to do all that. But so he hides his money in there, goes to the hotel, sees Holly. Ted's there. He kind of doesn't like it, but he's like, yeah, thanks, Ted.
Hospital, not hotel.
Yeah, that'd been weird. She gave birth in a hotel, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, his baby girl's born, Holly.
I forgot Ted drove her.
I did too.
Like he's like,
I try to forget a lot about Ted because I don't care for him that much.
It's funny because she's holding the baby and then he turns around and she's like, "Have you met Ted?" No.
Bitch!
You know what? I added an extra special button for you.
What?
Do you remember what I added to Random Remy's podcast to make it more interesting?
No. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Same horn too. I recorded that myself.
Stop. That's annoying.
Walt asks Skylar, is there anything I can do for you? And she says, go get my overnight bag.
He said, oh, sweet. I get out of here.
Yeah. Jane misses a call from her dad, so she leaves for a meeting in a hurry. She mentions that someone broke into Jesse's house. And then she goes to the meeting with her dad. Apparently, Jesse still lays in bed here for a bit. She goes to the meeting with her dad. Her dad mentions that there's hiring people at his job with no training, and it's scary.
Yeah, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah. Little does he know, in like a day or two, he's gonna fucking cry. Teddy bear.
Wow.
He doesn't know what's gonna happen though. Walt and Skylar are home, and Jesse calls him and says he's been robbed. And you can see Walt's mind turning, like, oh, I can spin this, and me keeping all the money.
A little bit, yeah.
And
And he's also like, you dumb fuck, you don't remember me waking you up?
Yeah.
You high ass.
So he just hangs up on him, and then Jesse sees he has 4 messages on the answering machine,
That
which is
gives
funny.
it-
He shows up hours later. He's like, I figured it all out, blah, blah, blah. Like, how long did it take him to go, beep, Jesse, we got a deal. Beep, Jesse, open your fucking door.
Jesse's not always the quickest.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? Did this ever happen to you? Because you used to read the notes when we did Sopranos and Game of Thrones. Are you staring at the screen and then the words just like blur past each other?
No, but sometimes I used to lose my spot. It would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I can keep a mouse there, luckily. But sometimes the words just blur for me, and it feels like I'm drunk for like 2 seconds. It happened when I was on Dos Hombres also. Not a podcast called Dos Hombres, the drink Dos Hombres.
You were on top of a drink?
Yeah. But so Hank and Walt talk about getting an alarm for the pool, which I thought this was a completely stupid conversation. He's like, you going to get a gate, like a covering? He's like, no, I just want to get an alarm, so if Holly does fall in the pool, we can potentially hear an alarm and go save her.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of.
What? And then
Maybe put up a gate and then you
and
don't need the alarm.
Skylar's like, that sounds expensive. Why the fuck would that be more expensive than getting a gate stuff built? Like, I don't understand the whole conversation. How is that any safer?
It's not safer. It would be a lot more expensive, though.
I guess
An alarm?
just sensors around the whole
Yeah.
pool, I guess, yeah. But, like,
Do you think it would have went off when the teddy bear fell in?
Oh, they should have fucking planned that out. That would have been
Yeah.
Why aren't you... Vince Gilligan who?
Wow.
She should be written by Nick King.
You're
I can
retarded.
only imagine what your fucking Breaking Bad would be like.
Well, Jesse'd be dead.
It'd be a lot more of...
You're a pussy.
Holly wakes up crying, and then Walt's like, well, I got the perfect thing to make her be quiet. Look what I made, baby girl. I'm a meth kingpin. Shows her all the money in the garage.
That's weird, wasn't it?
Very odd. I guess because like, he can finally show it to someone in his family.
He
without
can't. He wants to
repercussions.
tell people so bad.
Yeah, which he'll do pretty soon. Jesse shows up at Walt's school and tells Walt that he knows Walt took the stash. What's this, like a day or two later after we fucking
Yeah.
called him? $400,000 each. $480,000 each because of Saul's cut.
Oh yeah,
I like that too. Later on, when Jane's like, "I'd be mad if someone with $500 too." He's like, "No, 480,000."
Yeah.
She's like, "Wait, what?"
How much is he owing? He goes 482, and then he falls back.
Yeah, that was real funny
She's
because
like,
you
"Yeah,
see her like,
$500.
"Holy shit, what?"
She's like,
You're
heroin,
better
heroin,
drug
heroin,
dealer-
heroin.
Yeah. Walt wants Jesse to get clean before he pays him his cut. That doesn't last very long.
Now, see, like,
See, I have a hard time believing that's why. He does say that a lot, and it does seem like he cares about him when he's talking to Jane's dad.
he's kind of like a father figure.
Yeah. But
He's
then, see, the
just-
thing is, I just, in my mind, it's hard for me not to think about him out in the desert being such a dick and getting Jesse kidnapped by Nazis to be forced to be underground and cook meth. It's hard for me to forgive him.
But he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, I know, but like, so like him saying this now, I'm like, oh, were you even really nice now, or are you just faking this too?
He could be.
You never know.
What are you drinking?
It's water.
Why are you drinking out of that?
Because I have another one, but it's so big, so I had to get this little tiny one. Look, it has a
That's
straw in
tiny?
there. And my other one's like this fucking, it's fat.
You're still talking about
It's
drinks,
kind of
right?
like your...
Dick.
Wow.
Walter Jr. makes a website to donate and help out the family called SaveWalterWhite.com, which I wonder if that's a real site. Should I try it out?
No, we don't have time.
Never mind, Nick. We don't have time. We're only 24 minutes in the podcast, and we're almost done with this episode, but we don't have time because I'm a...
Dick.
Walt tells Saul about Walter Jr.'s site, and Walt goes, Saul goes, "You're a fucking idiot. How do you not think of this? I'm gonna put zombies on the site."
And I was like, oh, a Walking Dead
And he's like,
crossover.
"Walt, give me your money. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give you my money." I didn't understand his plan fully.
I
'Cause
don't-
How do they get Walt's money? Because it's random people around the world donating. How do they
it's
get?
not really though.
Oh, so those are fake numbers on the site. It just looks like they are, and then Walt's is gonna pay for stuff with his money. Because
Like
they said it's really popping up in the PayPal.
But it's coming.
It's coming from Saul or whatever, or that guy. Like they're paying that because he said that he can hack into people's computers and make that person donate. But is he just making it look like it's that person's computer? Because that's what I thought. But then as he was explaining it, I was like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I didn't go that into depth, but that's what I was thinking. Is that
Because I just didn't understand. Because it sounded like he said he's making.
they're making real donations, but I don't know if it's real. It's not really coming from their accounts.
So it's like under their name from their computer, but like from that guy's bank account.
Yeah, that's
Because
how I
Walt's
took
like
it.
paying that. Okay, that's what I kind of thought, but the way Saul was talking about it, I wasn't fully sure on that.
That's how I took it.
Jane and Jesse do more heroin, and they complain about Walt. And as he's
You
falling,
said that a lot.
they complain about Walt a lot.
No, I meant the heroin.
Oh, yeah, they do a lot of heroin too. He mentions that Walt owes him $480,000 as she rolls him on his side in case he throws up.
Never be too careful.
She's got his back. Jane is late for another meeting, and her dad barges. She walks outside, and he's like, "Do you have a kiss for Daddy?"
Wow.
She's like, "No, Daddy, no, don't get him, no, oh my God!" And he's beating up Jesse, he's yelling at him, and she's like, "I will fucking wreck you, yo!" He got a baseball bat, and he talks him into going to rehab. He calls the police, actually. He's like, "You're gonna go to rehab, blah blah," and she's like, "No, no, no. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll go." And then, I need like a day to prep because like you killed my plants last time, so like, whatever.
You know, it reminded. So, like, remember when Jesse was like, "Mom, we're making dialogue. We can talk. We can do that." It was just like how Jesse was trying to talk to his mom.
Yeah, except he fell. I feel like because it was a dad and a daughter, he kind of slipped into it more.
Yeah, maybe.
Or he's just a nicer guy. Jesse's mom's kind of a
Dick.
Or Jesse's mom's been through it more. It's just not with fucking heavy ass.
I'm kind of
drugs.
more on the side of Jesse's mom's a.
Dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, God forbid you ever change your mind on anything.
No, I just don't like his mom. I never have for some reason.
It's got nothing to do with his mom. You know what I mean? Like, it's just they're at the point where this like they've had enough.
Well, like I just don't feel like.
I mean, he's
they
literally
should have gave up to me.
he's literally calling the cops on his daughter, and then
Yeah.
changes his mind.
See, I feel like those are both extremes. That like they cut out Jesse and he's calling the cops on his daughter.
It's
And I feel like
extreme.
that's an extreme either way that I would never do.
I don't know that you can say that because you haven't been in that situation.
Well, I mean, I said like anybody in my life right now on drugs, I would never completely cut them off. I don't think, or call police on them.
What about if they like stole stuff from you multiple times?
I'd be annoyed, but I don't.
You'd be annoyed?
I don't think I would cut them out.
I think you have to help them.
No, I think there's other ways.
What?
Talking to them, like I feel.
Talking?
Well, I feel like you could get to a point with them where, like depending, you could.
Well, I mean, like, I don't.
Because it could just be because I've watched a lot of things and listened to a lot of podcasts of drug addicts, but I feel like every time someone gets cut out, that's where bad things happen to them. And yeah, that does sometimes lead to them getting better, but I feel like a lot of the times it just leads them down a worse path.
Neither one of us have very experience with
Mhm.
drugs. The one person I can think of is Macy's dad.
Mm-hmm.
He stole his mom's wedding ring and pawned it for drugs.
See, I feel like that way it would be, because that's like a person you married and stuff. I feel like that's almost easier to get mad at and cut them out
Well, no,
than it would be a family member.
He stole his mom's wedding ring.
Oh, I thought you were saying my mother.
No, his mom's wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think she goes by Nana.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Nana.
Stole her wedding ring for drugs. That's someone you need to cut out.
See, I don't know if I.
I don't think Jesse would do that.
Yeah. See, it also it depends on the person too, because like if they're doing stuff like that extreme, then like I can see your point with this or that, because like I feel like that's like kind of hard to come back
Here's
from
the
where
thing.
you're hurting your family that bad with stuff, or like being that much of a dick.
Well, I think
But a person like Jesse, for how nice Jesse is and stuff like that, I don't think I could ever do something like that.
look at it this way. If Jane's father calls the cops on them,
Mm-hmm.
Jane lives.
Yeah.
So it would have been a good
And
thing.
maybe Walt goes down. So what do you think about that?
To Tinseltown?
To the police station, the DEA, and Hank goes, "Hey, you're my Heisenberg."
Why would Walt go down? Because
Jesse will get arrested, and maybe Jesse will rat on Walt.
but Walt's got nothing to do with it.
No, he'll be like, "Yo, you guys are gonna arrest me for heroin. I got a bigger deal for you. We want to know who your real Heisenberg is."
Yeah, I don't think Jesse.
No, he would never rat. He even says next episode he's not a rat. He's mad because Jane called Walt and said that she was gonna snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that wouldn't happen. No, I see your point there with the dad. Yeah. But yeah, she talks her dad and giving them a day, which is probably shouldn't have.
I felt bad for him when he pulled up and the ambulance is there.
Yeah, the whole time he's so out of it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when Mima had to take me into the emergency room because a street sign fell on my head.
I still don't understand that.
But yeah, she took me in the emergency room, and then she started giving them like your details instead
Oh,
of
for
mine,
fuck's
because she was
sake.
like out of her mind. Because she had me, Taylor, Willow, Jackson, all different ages. Like they're crazy. They
All
want
fucking dumb.
Willow want to go hang out at the park and watch a movie. I'm like, Willow, I have an ice pack on my head and a fucking bandage because I'm bleeding.
Wasn't she like 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they went to the movie that night too. Mima took them to the movie while I was at the hospital getting stitches.
Yeah, I had to come get your ass.
Yeah, and then
You
you took
dumb
me to
fuck.
mom's work, and her worker told me to call Taylor to pretend I was disabled.
Yeah.
But
It-
anyway,
That's like 60 miles
that,
round
that
trip.
that part reminded me. And yeah, we also had to drive way down to mom's work too after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long day. I like how you're like, yeah, it sucked for me. I had a street sign stab into my head.
Yeah, but you were fucking around or something.
I literally, I can't complain too much because it didn't hurt that bad. I literally thought the girl behind me went, dude, because we were hanging out with the neighbors, and like I was just like leaning on the sign like this. 'Cause I just, like,
So you were
like, as
making
we're-
it bounce.
no, but like that shouldn't make it fall down on your head. How loose do they have those things on there?
Loose.
But I was
There's a
literally,
warning sign.
I was
above it.
literally leaning on it like this as like I was talking to them, and then I turned around away from them, the group, so I wasn't on it anymore. And all of a sudden I hear poof, and I was like, ow, and I stumbled away a little bit, and I was like, why the fuck did she punch me in the head? And I was like, oh my god, there's blood. And all of a sudden I see her sprinting into her house, and like I was like really confused. And Taylor and Willow are frozen, and then I'm just walking. There's a whole blood trail following me, and we get inside, and then everybody starts crying, and Mima is helping me out, and Willow. Jackson walks in the bathroom and goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go back to watching SpongeBob."
Wow.
And then Willow's screaming, "Is Jerome gonna die?" That was weird. But my point of that was Mima was so out of it when we were at the hospital
Yeah.
taking me there. She was saying your information and all that. Like when she's like, and their mother's maiden name. He's like, "My mother?" Oh no, her mother. Like the way he was
Yeah.
reacting reminded me.
He
of
didn't
that.
even. For some reason, I thought he like started some shit with Jesse, but he didn't.
No, he was so out of it because he's
He
like,
didn't-
"Oh." Do you think when he pulled up into that driveway, he was like, "Please be Jesse. Please be Jesse. Please be Jesse. Please be Jesse."
Maybe.
I feel like in that situation, you'd have to be like that.
Probably, but his eyes were saying, "Oh fuck, Jane's dead."
Yeah. I feel like in that situation, you know it's the person you don't want it to be, but you're praying it's her boyfriend.
And then it was a little too realistic.
Oh, I hate when they're flopping the body into the bag. And all that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when she actually dies. But so Jane calls Walt, demands that he gets brings them the money. Skylar mentions that they're out of diapers, so that gives him a perfect excuse. He grabs the money, goes
That's
over
not an
there.
excuse. It took him 14 hours to get diapers.
Hey, she doesn't care.
He's the worst shopper ever.
By the way, his lie again is terrible. Oh, I've been to the 3 stores. They don't have diapers. Can we use the other ones? No. Oh, like God, I thought you'd say that. Okay, I'll go get more.
Yeah, they were out of
Unbelievable.
out of newborns.
But so he goes over there, gives them the money, and Jane and Jesse get the money. They're like, okay, we're gonna go to New Zealand because that's where they filmed the Lord of the Rings movies.
Fucking so stupid.
They're gonna flush everything they have and get sober tonight. Or
Maybe
one
one
more hit.
One more.
When
What could
whenever you're
happen?
starting something, one more time I'll do it. That's never a good thing. Walt goes to the bar, sits next to Jane's dad. They talk about their
Small world.
daughter and his nephew he has. That's a knucklehead. Which, but if that guy went to he talked Walt into going and getting his daughter killed a little bit too, because he talked him into. Like, you just gotta talk to them. They're family. Like, you can't leave them. Kind of like what I told you.
Oh, so Jesse's dad killed
Jane's
her.
dad.
Yeah, Jane's dad killed her.
Yeah, ultimately his fault. No,
Okay.
I'm with you. Walt didn't do it. Jane's dad did.
He's almost a serial killer because he killed a lot of people.
No, yeah. Don't they say?
What the hell did you just
No, yeah.
say? Jesus.
But yeah, Walt goes there and kills Jane. I mean, he kills Jane.
No.
All the, like, I wish we could have I wish Walt monologued the season, or it'd be nice to get this on Blu-ray and get like watch the commentaries for all these episodes, because I bet that'd be like pretty cool. But like, when Walt's like there and he sees her, like, oh, I'm gonna help her out. But wait, like why does he like let her die? Because you never actually get why he let her die. It's because you think Jesse will come back to him, and she was taking control of the situation.
I don't think it's Jesse coming
Or-
back to him. I think it's just Jesse's better off without her.
You think that's why?
Well, he wasn't doing heroin 3 days ago.
I guess you got a point there. But yeah, she
Do
dies.
you remember when he's like, what was that, heroin? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's like, which is funny because like I'm okay with you doing meth, but like, you know how I know heroin's real bad?
Huh.
Obviously, but Steve-O just put up a video about 2 days ago by the time this is out, and it's all the drugs he ever did.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think it'd be a longer video, but it's only 13 minutes long. But he goes through it, and the one drug he mentioned there that he never did was heroin. He said it scared him too much.
It just sounds bad.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever inject stuff into myself.
That's what they in The Wire. That's what Bubs is always shooting up.
Oh, really?
That's what they were selling on this. It's like, God, it just fucks them up, and people overdose. And
Well, it doesn't even look fun. They don't even make it look fun in anything.
no,
You just fall asleep. Like
And
I can
that-
take some melatonin and get the same effect.
you know, I've read a couple books about The Wire, and like, there's times when Bubs would like go, like show up for set or whatever, but people would actually think he's a homeless druggie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or like he would go to like an HBO thing, and they were like, "Dude, stay clean." And he,
Oh, really?
like they didn't realize he was an actor because he was so good at it. But then so when Jesse does it, Jesse looks so fucked
Yeah,
up.
he's a great actor.
So I was like, Jesse's. I don't know if he's Bubs level, but he's pretty damn close.
That's another reason why, and I know I bring up Westworld all the time, but why I'm excited for him in Westworld is because how great of an actor he is in this. I'm excited to see like what kind of shit they'll have him doing there. Because like the reason he said he wanted to do Westworld is because he said he loves being in roles that he can get emotional with.
Mm.
So like I'm really excited to see him in that. We got another. I'm just threw up in the middle of talking there. I was gonna be all my one stop I had after the gym too. I got a bear intro, last one. So I believe there's 4 this season,
out of 13.
and we were before this. Like if we would have never watched this, we'd have gone, remember season 2 with all those bear intros? Fuck. Like not that we didn't like them, but we're like they did that every single episode. And like
Because it leads to something almost random.
yeah, which like I've said, I'm very afraid it's gonna be like that in Saul with Gene.
Could be.
I really hope not, but I'm afraid it's gonna be that.
And it's not random because it's Walt's chaos
yeah, it's
that he's
Walt's
spreading. I
chaos.
just knocked over Mike.
Oh, you killed him already?
I dropped the mic. Hey, ready? Well, that made you. You lost
That
it.
was really funny.
Wow.
But yeah, it's his chaos spreading into like large, like out of the drug world. It's causing chaos everywhere now.
Yeah.
So Jesse finds Jane dead, and at first I was like, is he? And this is me being stupid.
Fucking.
Yeah, because but then he's crying and on top. That almost sounded like some weird animal.
No, it actually sounded like the bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I take it back then. But he's doing that, trying to bring her back to life. He's crying. Walt gets a call from Jesse,
That was creepy too.
and you know what? The advice Walt gives him?
Better call Saul.
Yeah.
Saw that coming. And he does. He calls Saul.
Does Jesse call Saul or does?
Yeah, Jesse calls Saul. Mike comes over. I really like this scene with Mike. This is one of my favorites in Breaking Bad.
So,
Just because you get introduced to him and like it's all badass.
do you think this is the case for me? I think I appreciate Gus and Mike more after watching Saul.
Oh, I already liked them both a lot, but then after watching that and you see all the stuff they've kind of
I don't think I
been
like.
through.
I don't think I like Gus as much.
Well, I liked him as a villain.
Yeah. I mean, he was good. I didn't dislike him,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I appreciate him more. And Mike now, I mean, it's almost like a fucking backstory on him.
I mean, yeah, I think it was the last season, maybe the season before, was almost Better Call Mike.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, he's had one of the best scenes in Soul when it's him doing that tracker shit that whole time. That was awesome.
yeah, when he breaks in that warehouse, like, there's all
Yeah.
kinds of shit that he does.
But so he gets there, he cleans up the place, tells Jesse to put on a long sleeve shirt to cover his track marks, call the police, and then like 20 seconds after he leaves, tell them I woke up and found her. That's all I know. But like it's him and Jesse, like him with everybody is really good.
When he slapped Jesse,
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, I kind of forgot that happened. I mean, he just put him in his place, and like, cause Jesse was listening to him, but he wasn't.
But he was
wasn't
like
thinking-
really upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like him.
That's what he should have done to his daughter and Saul, his daughter-in-law, when she was like,
freaking out, just slapped her.
yeah.
Tell him it's all you know. Walt pours cereal for him and Skylar, and Flynn's freaking out over Saul's zombies. I gotta admit, I'm with Walt. That's a little annoying. Just how much he's constantly there freaking out about it. It would be cool, but because we know what it really is, and Walt does, and it's like,
Well,
Walt's annoyed for a different reason too.
It's even worse when like Skylar's like, "Come on, big money." It's like it's
Yeah.
not fucking Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it makes him seem so greedy, and it's just kind of gross too. Jane's dad pulls up to her house, and the paramedics are there. We kind of discussed that already.
Yeah.
Hank has a donation box with the DEA, and the winner gets
Schrader bra.
yeah, wiener. Fuck, it's
Who's
the
wiener?
point of the podcast where I can't talk.
Also, the beginning and the end and the middle.
Yeah, if winner gets a pack of Schrader brew, which you can actually buy now, apparently. Which are we gonna get some when for El Camino?
It's your turn to buy. I got that. Which
Okay.
isn't true. It was
So
given to me.
That's
so-
true. Yeah, you got that for free.
Yeah, but I pulled the strings.
You sucked Vince Gilligan's dick.
What would Vince Gilligan have to do with it?
You don't think he can get free to his own if he blew him?
First, it would never happen.
How do you know? You don't think if you met like Vince Gilligan in the elevator and you're like, dude, I love your show so much, let me suck your cock, and then after you did it, you're like, by the way, could you call Aaron Paul and maybe get me a box of Dos Hombres? If you did like a really good job,
First of all,
he's like, you're really good at sucking my
Dick.
I don't think I would be good at it. Second of all, why would he get free?
because he knows Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul said that he'd follow him into a fire for how good of a writer
now
he
you're
is.
just talking.
So he therefore has connections and can get. He even called Bryan Cranston, like, yo, you ever need your dick sucked? I know this guy named Nick. Can I have some Dos Hombres?
All right, I'm gonna throw something at you.
Yeah, so that happens, and stop. Hank has a meeting at the DEA about Combo and Blue Sky being everywhere. Well, Combo's not everywhere. Combo's dead. But Blue Sky is everywhere except for New Mexico.
Coincidentally, the same place that the chicken.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Los Pollos?
Los Pollos.
I think they figured that out later on a little bit with his
I
place.
think
Isn't
they
that when
did.
they blow it up or whatever? I don't know. I feel like something with that happens where it's multiple places like that, but I could be
Maybe.
making that. It could be just because I know that.
Yeah, I think it is.
But I love his little memes he's talking about, and he's like, yeah, that Heisenberg's not real, and why did this little punk ass that we don't know anything about, like, why did he have Blue Sky? Why is he selling for him and all that
Right.
stuff? Which, if you only knew, it would make so much sense. Knew one little piece of information.
Then coincidentally, he has his little donation bucket in front of.
Yeah, a little bit later, what's his face? Gus is gonna show up.
Yeah.
Walt gets a call from Saul, and his guy found Jesse. So then him and Mike go up to an abandoned house with a bunch of druggies there, and he goes in there and gets Jesse, and Jesse breaks down crying his arms, tells him that he killed Jane. He admits to what you said, and then Walt goes, you didn't do it, Jesse. I did it. You didn't do it, Jesse. I swear to God I killed her. You didn't do it.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Jane's dad goes to her house to pick out clothes for her funeral. It's kind of sad. Walt gets annoyed from this part I thought was confusing. Walt gets annoyed from the dings from Flynn's computer. So, and Flynn's like, yeah, money. And Walt walks in there and goes and yells at him, but he can't hear him because he has headphones on because he's listening to music. So I got two questions here. One, how are the dings playing out there if he has his headphones plugged in and is listening to music in the computer? And two, how can he hear the dings
I don't.
if he's listening to music?
How do you know the headphones are?
He
plugged
could
in?
have had a Walkman or something there.
Yeah.
But
mean, it wasn't
they didn't show
1984,
it, so we
so-
don't know. But
So there's your
how?
answer.
But how? No. But my real. I just thought about that right now. But
Oh.
how is he hearing the dings? How is
He wasn't hearing.
No,
the
how
dings,
is-
Walt was?
how is Flynn hearing it though?
He
To be
wasn't.
excited for the money. It'd go
He was
ding.
staring at the monitor.
Oh, so he's just a fucking weirdo then.
Yeah, it was like going up.
I
He
thought
was-
maybe he's listening to music and like searching porn or something, and then he's like, ding, money, ding, ding, money, money.
No.
Okay.
He was staring at the numbers going up. You
So-
moron.
How how can you stare at that? Imagine we were staring like, oh, video got another view. Another view.
Ding. Oh,
Yeah.
you should put a ding on it.
View.
Different. That's a different ding.
I don't have any other.
Where's my money, bitch?
That's every time we get a view. Walt takes Jesse to rehab. We both kind of forgot that. I thought he just went there after the season because next season he's there. He's all clean. He looks really healthy. I think it lasts like 2 episodes or so.
Yeah. I remember not liking him in rehab.
Oh,
Because
really?
you never believe it.
I actually did. The first time watching it, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I wonder how that's going to work. Like I thought that'd be a neat thing. Like Walter doesn't do the drugs, and he's like a teacher guy. Jesse's now clean. But then it goes out right out the window. Walt comes home and he sees the news van there, and he's very upset about that. And I was wondering, do you think we'll see a clip of that? Because they talk about how great he is and much of a good dad he is, and blah 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 blah. Think we see a clip of that on the news in El Camino?
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Because they'll put Meth Kingpin, Walter White, and look, he was on the news a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Because it would only be like 2 years before he died that this was filmed, maybe even a year.
Yeah.
Probably 2 actually.
That'd be kind of cool.
But I wondered if we'd see that. Like while I was watching, I was like, oh, I hope they actually filmed that with the other camera too. I mean, they could easily redo it now or whatever.
Just redo it.
But I thought that'd be very neat.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Walt gets drugs from his surgery and brings up his second cell phone again. That was bad news. You want me to take your cell phone?
Which one?
Which one?
He couldn't even take off his fucking glasses.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, it took drug stuff to bring him down.
But so then Skyler, it's later now, he has his Heisenberg facial hair. He
So
meets with the doctors.
the doctor that performs the surgery, he's in like a ton of shit.
Yeah.
He's in an episode of Sopranos and he's a doctor.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was in 2-3 episodes ago now.
Yeah.
Dr. West.
He's also in 3 episodes of Friends. He looks so
Oh, yeah, he is in Friends.
Yeah, I know, I just told you that.
I was remembering.
Who is he in Friends, though?
Don't know. Oh, is he Chandler's boss?
Yeah, I think he is.
So Skylar asks if Walt can function on his own now, and Jane's dad's at work. His employees are super awkward. God, that was weird. Like, why even? Oh, I'm so sorry about your daughter. Are you coming in? Are you sure you're ready? Like,
yeah, I'm ready, dude.
Yeah.
Let's bang this out.
Skylar tells Walt that she's going to Hank's for the weekend with Holly, and then Flynn's gonna get picked up later or whatever, and then he needs to pack his bags and get out of there. And
That
she
should go over good.
blows up on him. She knows everything at this point now.
It was kind of.
I mean, everything but that he's doing meth. And
He's not doing meth. He's
making it,
meth.
which he hasn't made it in like a couple weeks now. So
He hasn't had to.
yeah.
If he would have just said, honey, I lined the garage with cash. We just shut the fuck up for a second.
Yeah.
She probably would have been like, oh, okay, Walt.
Yeah. But so she called his mom. His mom didn't know he had cancer. We discussed that a couple weeks ago, I think, or a week ago. And she
Or a
fights
podcast
and
ago.
it could have been that. I don't remember at this point. We were watching so much fucking Breaking Bad. And he's outside after she leaves, and Jane's dad makes 2 planes explode. And a bear falls down, and it fades to white.
Walter?
Could be. And yeah, that's it. That's season 2, baby. Actually, you know what I forgot to play, and I'm really upset at myself? I got a secret clip of how Walt reacted when Skylar left. That's literally Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle.
God, you're retarded. I had no idea what that was. Hard to believe we've watched 2 seasons.
I know. I don't think we're on track to finish it.
If we're finishing it, you motherfucker.
I know we are, but I don't think we're on track.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe, yeah.
We're gonna have to do 4.
Tight, yeah!
4 days. You remember what you said right when we started this? Like, we were doing the video for El Camino, and you're like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch all the Breaking Bads, right? Yeah, all the maybe we'll watch Saul too, you motherfucker."
Maybe we could throw Saul in there also.
What are you fucking crazy?
I meant Saul like after El Camino. So if we do Saul after El Camino, because we're gonna do Saul eventually, probably after El Camino, are we gonna do it under Captain Cook, or are we gonna do a spin-off podcast called Lawyer Up?
Shut the fuck up. I'm done. Are we done?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you think we should do Lawyer Up or continue on Captain Cook here in 17 and a half weeks. And,
What?
yeah, we'll see you guys next week. I'm always tempted to say polos because I'm a dumb white guy.